So, excuse my lighting. I just got finished making my dump cake. Not my dump cake, my cheesecake and a banana pudding for Thanksgiving tomorrow. But I was just sitting here thinking about the police video that was released today of the young man being killed, shot 16 times by the police officer. And, I was just thinking every time something like this happens, people like to go out, and I'm not saying all people because I know all people don't do this, but they go out and they loot and they destroy businesses and they steal, and it's like, come on. The whole situation is tragic to begin with. But it does not support that family, and it does not show respect to the young man who lost his life needlessly. It doesn't show him respect at all. And I just want to encourage people to be peaceful and protest. And for me, it's just another call to just pray, because the world is evil and bad things happen to people all the time. Bad things happen to good people, bad things happen to bad people. And I just feel like we just don't have enough people, especially here in America, that pray about things. You know, I'm a firm believer in prayer, and, we don't always know the outcomes or the good that can come out of even the bad situations, even the worst situations. We don't have the minds of God, but it does say that God can use even the worst of circumstances for good. And we may not be able to comprehend or understand all the reasons why all the terrible things happen in the world, because they happen. I mean, you have terrorist attacks, and it's just all kinds of horrible, horrible, heartbreaking things that are going on in the world. And people respond with anger, but it's destructive anger. It should make us angry. It's not a bad thing to be angry. But in your response, be positive in your response. Pray for those families if you're believers. Pray for those families and just ask God to enlighten us, enlighten the world, and, help us to prepare for what's to come. Because we don't know what's to come, but God knows everything. And I just feel like we need to be more in tune with Him, and we need to seek Him, and we need to cling to Him in difficult situations and difficult times. And again, if you're not a believer, then you deal with things the way you deal with them. But believer or non-believer, be peaceful in how you respond to difficult circumstances, because it doesn't make it better, and it doesn't make it easier, and it doesn't show respect for the family and for the fact that somebody did lose their lives or people were being killed. And although I don't know what God's plan is, everything is in His hands, and He knows the beginning from the end of everything for every person, whether you believe or not. He knows what His purposes are for everybody's life and the things that are allowed to happen. And you just got to trust Him. So I just want to say that my heart goes out to that family, and my heart goes out to all the Christians that are being killed, and not even just the Christians or believers, whatever your faith is. My heart goes out to those people who are being persecuted for what they believe in. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone, and not only just myself, but my church and just other people that believe in the power of prayer and the power of Christ, to just stand firm and look up and kneel and trust in the one who created you and the one who knows you since before the foundations of the earth, and who can count and who knows the number of hairs on your head. And even in the most difficult times, he knows the end. He knows what happens in the end. He knows what's going on after this life and everything that goes on throughout this life. And you just need to trust in him. So anyway, I just felt like sharing that. This is Roz signing off. I don't mind comments. Put your comments. If you want to talk about something, let's discuss things, but be respectful. And if you have offensive comments, then keep them to yourself, because I'm not here to argue. I'm sharing the way I feel about some of the things that are going on, and something that was on my heart that I felt like I should talk about. And I'm comfortable. I'm in my pajamas and my house coat because I'm cold, Chicago weather. But feel free to talk and discuss and encourage and even leave a prayer if that's what you feel like you're moved to do. So, all right, thanks. Subscribe, like. See you next video.